What is going on, guys? Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video, supporting the channel, supporting the store, like you guys always do. Back at it again with the Magic video, and it's getting interesting. Let me tell you, very interesting times with Magic and everything that's going on with new set releases, Wizards PR, and all the craziness that's going on with basically, well, the whole game. So let's do a little recap here. We have the 30th anniversary packs that are expensive proxies. People were giving them away apparently at Las Vegas, or Wizards was, and nobody's opening them. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks they're special. People are trying to sell them and they can't. That's crazy times. And this is before the launch of this product goes to the mass market. I think it's a week or two away. I don't know when it is. It doesn't matter to me. I can't sell them, so it doesn't matter to stores. But so you got that, and things are looking really bad, and it's really interesting to see just how responsive the players and the player base is, because everybody that walks into my store, people have been selling collections, selling off their decks, and that's not like anything alarming or new. That happens all the time, but an increasing amount of people that are saying, yeah, I'm not into the game anymore, I'm not really interested in playing anymore because of what Wizards is doing and what the direction of the company is. That's a statement. That's something that is new and is interesting to follow along. And it's going to be interesting to see, because right now we are today is the release game store release day of Brothers War this Friday, and so it's good. So it's looking good. People are very strong and very adamant about it. Had a lot of pre-orders for it. Had a lot of people want to come out and play and are interested in the game. A lot of people that are returning back to the game, it seems like, and kind of with a renewed interest in trying to play and get back into and start collecting the stuff from Brothers War. That's good. That's a good thing. I guess the set looks great, and it looks like a lot of people are really, really hyped about it. Something that's kind of new and refreshing for a lot of reasons. We haven't had this kind of demand since back in Doubles Masters, or I don't know, even maybe even more than what we saw in Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty, which is good. But yeah, sentiment is still overall low. The same thing that's going on as it's always been. People come out and play Commander, and it's the same people playing the same decks, and they haven't moved anything around in their decks because Standard is so ass backwards right now, and it just seems like they're just playing the same decks that they've played for the past 3 years. Pre-pandemic and then post-pandemic, it's the same decks. They don't want to change anything, and they're just playing with the same stuff. And it's a weird situation. People are coming out and playing Magic. People are coming out and wanting to play, but Standard and the new sets, sealed product, will not move. And Brothers War might be the change for it. It might be interesting to see what it does, because the serialized cards, numbered cards, and the collector's boosters, I haven't seen a lot of hype about that, and it's supposed to be like the silver bullet or the shot in the arm that collector's boosters need. I don't know if that's there or not, but the set in general, the artifact, the cool art, the just flavor of the set, the lore. Remember Magic had a lore? The lore behind this set, it's so like basic Magic, and so like Urza's and Mishra's, very basic, back to the classic stylings of Magic, very much like Dominaria was. But it seems like another refreshing take on something that is very classic Magic, and it's bringing a lot of people that were into it back in, and that's basically what we've seen all year. And it's interesting why Brothers War is the turning point right now, because we had Neon Dynasty, which is Kamigawa, and a lot of people were hyped for that. Dominaria, it was an okay set, but I didn't see like the fervor that is now. Magic's been really good about kind of taking a new spin and a refreshing take on something that's old. That seems to be like the whole theme for this year, other than something like New Capenna. But New Capenna was just an oddball, weird set that a lot of people really liked anyways. Just a really unique and weird flavor to it that I think a lot of people liked still. But it's a weird time. Economically, it's a weird time, and the actions of players is very apparent that sealed product is dead. It's toxic. It's devalued. There's too much of focus on the collector's boosters, which don't have a lot of value in them on the secondary market. And set boosters are doing great, but draft boosters may as well not exist. Which begs the question, why do we have set and draft boosters anyways then? It's a mess. And Wizards is going to have to figure something out, because right now it's never been more apparent that people think the cards are great, but sealed product is bad. And that's a hard place to be. Yeah, I might sell a pack here and there, but booster boxes themselves, unless right now on release weekend, that's about the only time I'm selling anything as far as a whole box sealed. And even so, the market is so down, and game stores are so cash poor right now that this stuff absolutely collapses on sites like TCG Player, where people were lording that the new unset Infinity was doing so great and that it was so strong. When day of release, Infinity was selling for, on TCG Player, the day of release, you were losing $20 to ship it, and after fees and everything. But it was such a great release, and everything was great and hunky-dory. You're losing $20 shipping it and selling it on TCG Player. That's not great. That's not a great place to be in. Price hike. People have not adjusted to these new prices, and sealed is just toxic and gross. And a lot of other TCGs are moving up in prices. Yu-Gi-Oh just did a price increase. Pokemon is going to do with Scarlet and Violet. It's going to have a price increase. So, if the players are going to respond like Magic players have responded to these price increases, yikes! It's going to be pretty bad out there. So, hopefully, this is just a sign of the times, economic times. We'll see how Brothers War does, but right now, it's rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty brutal to be dealing in sealed product. Stores are just either liquidating boxes for whatever they can get out of them, or busting them for the packs, and that's really all you can do, because you have to keep this product cycling in and out. You have to be selling singles. People still want singles. Singles are selling great, but the sealed product themselves, it may as well just not exist to these players. They just want singles. And sure, that's where you make good margins anyways, and sealed product has never been where it's at. But on release weekend, for us to see, losing money on sealed product, it's bad. That's a bad sign. So we're gonna see what Brothers Wars does. That's just basically what I've been seeing here at a local game store. People getting out of collections, but then also people coming back in. It's a really weird time to be interested in Magic. Price-wise, things are not crazy. I know that a lot of dual lands things are going a little south, but like new cards are coming out and they're doing okay price-wise. They're holding pretty strong. Demand is there. It's just trying to get people to play with them and trying to pick them up locally. All the sealed product, or the singles that we sell, is basically all on TCG Player, and that's thank God for TCG Player, because that's where a lot of the sales are going through. So interesting time. Buying collections locally and tossing them online on TCG Player, it's not the ideal situation. You want to be selling that stuff in store to local players, back to the local market, and dodging those fees. But as things are right now, that's what we're having to do is move this stuff as fast as possible in line. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. That's what we're seeing. We'll see what Brothers Wars does. It's going to be interesting to see in the next couple weeks what exactly happens with all of this interesting 30th anniversary stuff, and then with how Brothers Wars does. It's going to be an interesting time. I appreciate you guys watching, supporting the channel, supporting the store like you guys do. I'll see you guys in the next one.